Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Coming off his best season as a pro, here's Nick Chubb.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When you look at this defense,
they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Held them well under 200 yards of total offense. In today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Faking the give. Now Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Off-tackle run here for Nick Chubb.
Taken down at the 42.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Second down and 6 now from the 42. A shotgun snap for Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a first down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. DeForest Buckner using that size to force his way in there and make the stop behind the line.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
On second down, here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Great job defensively. Stretched it out, got the tackle for loss. He had 2 TFLs last week, by the way.
Yeah, what you're describing right there is a player who can set the edge well. You always hear that, meaning he's not getting hooked by an offensive lineman or a tight end, not getting turned inside on the blocking, able to keep his outside arm free, string the play out so there's nowhere for the back to turn up. Then he gets to him and makes the play.
Richardson's throw caught by Bruce. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now Richardson. And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play in the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. 10 more there and another first down. We're scoreless after 1. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Back to Taylor on first down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now 2nd and 5. Now Richardson going to shift things up. Richardson now to throw on 2nd down. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position. and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Second down, here's Richardson.
Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And Gay knocks this one through, and it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, I know defensive backs. They have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Chubb producing on that run, and he produces year after year for the Browns. 3rd in the league with over 1,500 yards in 2022. He quietly is in the top 20 all-time in both yards and touchdowns in a player's first 5 seasons.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Back to throw, Watson. Rolling to his left. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on. Hey.
Richardson going to move him around.
Viking 18.
Here's Richardson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he's got Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go. On the ball.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And this one complete to Doolin. Touchdown! Ashton Doolin, 41 yards. And the Bisons are once again back in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Watson off play action. He'll buy some time right. Stiff-armed him. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
Now 3rd down and 7. Now it's Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, the runner crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now an audible here into something else.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready, ready?
They go play action with Richardson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Let's go now.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And now Watson throws another interception. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready up.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 4th down, Corey Bajorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Richardson off the play fake. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
I think the because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ready? 65 cat! 65 cat! Ready?
Here, Richardson yet again. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. A throw on the money there to Doolin. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's Richardson. The short throw pulled in by Woods. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Come on. Hey.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Dragon 60. Ready?
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. And he's got it. Touchdown. Josh Downs. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Bisons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. But they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Seventy Rangers. Ready.
Now Richardson back to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen his margins.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Gay's kick is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready, ready.
Off play action. Richardson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Taking it about the 16. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Watson. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. That one goes for 24 yards. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Right, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
3rd down and 13. Now Watson, he's going to move him around. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Martin Emerson.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
From the gun on third, Watson flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An audible here to get a new look.
Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's 3rd and 7.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. Open man is Downs. He's got it. Touchdown. Josh Downs.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off of play action, it's Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Watson.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Browns.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear. And they were able to pull away for the victory.